Welcome back. Remember, we are coming live from Overcoming Faith Church. This is the Youth In-Depth Talks. This is where we are real. And we always say that this is where we call a spoon and a spade, not a big spoon. So karibuni sana. Leo tunaongelea this big word inaitwa love. Na hii love imefanya watu wamecommit suicide, imefanya watu wamenunuliana mpaka ndege huku nje tu. I don't know inakuanga aje, mwingine ina mramba, mwingine inafanya kazi. I don't know. But that is why we are here today. That is why we are here today to discuss, so that when we go out there, watu wako na experience and they know how to go about it. Thank you so much. Remember, we have my panelists here, stand by, ready to answer our questions. But before that, there is a question I'd say we will handle. That at what time do you decide now you want to commit? At what time do I decide that this is now the time and this is the person I want now to settle down, despite their shortcomings, despite their flaws? This is the person I want to settle, despite their money, even if they are millionaires, I want to settle with him or with her. Hello, that is what we are discussing right now. But let me begin with the panelists before I go to my audience. At what time did you decide now huyu ndio msichana nataka kuoa?
A very interesting question. You decide that this is the person you want to settle down with after so many considerations. You see, if you meet a girl and you just have that mutual connections, there is a phase that you have to undergo to ascertain whether this is the right person. Courtship. I remember when I was courting my wife, it just happened that we met in a business forum, and I just stepped on her feet unknowingly, and then and in the process of saying sorry, and sorry several times, we connected. So you want to know this person. Can this person be a person that you can do life with? Is this person having the same values as you have? Does she meet certain expectations? Is she a cheerleader of my life? Am I a cheerleader of her life? Are there things that I like in this girl that if I take her for life, I can benefit? So once you go through all those phases, I can confirm that that is the time you can now say, I think this is the person. Sometimes back I read a book, and there's this gentleman who described the wife he wanted to have in his entire life. When he was telling the mentor that this is the kind of a lady I want in my life, the mentor went ahead and said, if that is the lady you want, make sure all the things that you have listed down, you have them first. So what does it mean? You attract what you want. In this life, there's what we call the law of attraction. I don't know. For those of us who are married or who want to, or maybe right now you are in the process of identifying a person, or there's that lady that you have seen, or there's that man that you have seen, several times you will find that out of nowhere you meet them, right? You just meet them unexpectedly, or you just think about them and maybe something comes and you find that you have met them. So that is, it starts from that. So if you list down the things that you want in this lady or in this man, and then uhakikishe kwamba hizo vitu uko navyo before you see them in the other person, and then it will be easy for you to meet and connect with this person and say, now this is the person I want to commit with.
Wow. I think I'm understanding. Kumbe pia love iko na vetting, yeah? Before you decide now I want to love this person, lazima upige vetting pia. I think there are things you've mentioned. I think take note of that. But I know you have experience. I think, at what time do you think somebody should commit?
At what point do I think someone should commit? I would say when I know enough to decide that that is the person who I would like to have in my future. And the knowing comes in terms of who they are as a person, how connected we are, how do we connect, their values, and several other things, like you said, the vetting that goes on in the time that you take to get to know someone. And once I realize that that is enough for me, then I believe that the rest, we can bear with one another, like Pastor Moses has said, the patience and the kindness and everything else that the Bible describes love us. But for me, commitment comes when you know enough to realize that you want to do life with this person and you want them in your future.
Okay. So the love begins, then commitment comes.
Yes.
I think from 2 experiences, that's what I'm getting. Karibu sana.
The beauty of being the last to speak is that others have spoken before you, and probably they have expressed what you wanted to express. Having said that, I would like to say this. There is this scripture in the Bible that says, live to cling. We live to cling. And my colleagues, my fellow panelists have stated the various stages that you go through, and you're sure this is the person that I want to settle with. After you've reached that stage, that you're very sure this is the person, and your parents are aware, your colleagues have even given you a nod, although they're not the final word, you're the final word. Is this person willing to leave daddy's and mommy's house? Are they willing to stop being mommy's favorite, daddy's favorite? Are you willing to stop being mommy's and daddy's favorite? That anything little that happens, I have to call mommy first and get approval, or daddy first to get approval. And actually, this is the destroyer of marriages. Live to cling. The Bible gives us that cliche. Is it cliche, or is it that guideline, actually, guideline? If somebody is not willing to live in order to cling, then they are not ready. Even they might go through the motions of a wedding, they might go through the motions of a union, but deep inside, if you have something at table to discuss as husband and wife, I say, just a minute, let me call mommy and confirm. Let me call daddy and confirm. And this is what is killing many relationships. I remember when my elder sister was married, she had very long, beautiful hair. And actually, when she got married, mom cried. So I asked mom, why are you crying? I said, this guy is a Teso, and they say they eat people and stuff like that. Of course, that's not true. Okay, she settled there. Then he said, you see, at some point, he said that, you see, I'm a church elder, and so there are certain expectations that the community has about my wife. So first of all, your hair has to go down. That's the first thing. She had very long hair, and very natural somewhere. So my sister comes back to mommy. Says, mommy, me, I'm not going to stick. And then mommy says, why? I've been asked to cut my hair, and I can't cut my hair. Then mom said, look, I gave you out to your husband, and I respect him. You are under another jurisdiction. You left to cling. And so cling where you left to cling. So I'm using those words so that it might guide somebody. You will know that that person is ready for marriage if they have really, really, really said it's you. In fact, when you go through the marriage vows, it says, forsaking all others, I do. So until that person has reached that point, then know that you're marrying somebody who's not ready, and they'll give you trouble in future. Thank you.
Wow. Heri walio na nywele fupi. But I want Mr. Esbon here to answer me in that time of how did you know now it's my time to commit to this girl, this beautiful girl who is next to you? Or when did you know that now I can now commit in this love I have for her?
Thank you so much for the engagement. I've been married for the last 14 years. And I think that's a valid question because love, to me, is an alignment of feelings towards something, towards someone. And I think at times we say we love ugali choma. You know, that's food. And then we can say we love someone. So I think it's an alignment of so many other variables. But I think love should be based on openness. Let's be open, where you have really to be open to the someone that you want to commit your life with. And I think when it comes to that time, I think I started with friendship. I think friendship is key. You have to know this person. You have to really understand them. What are their likes? What don't they like? So from the friendship now, when it comes to commitment and when it transits to love, I think it becomes much easier because when they are open, you know who they are, what they value. Nowadays, religion and matters to do with faith is very key. You don't just go committing yourself to anyone. You need to understand their faith. What are their values in life? Are they hardworking? Are they determined? Are they the faint-hearted? If something small comes, they have to run to their family. They cannot even have an agenda or an idea on how to deal with issues. So I think love is about maturity. You have to handle love with a lot of maturity when it comes to romantic love because there are different types of love. There's agape love, that love for God. Parental love, when I tell my daughter I love them, it is in a very different perspective than I can tell my wife I love her. So I think it's a matter of when it comes to that time to settle and to really commit, it must be based on openness. It must be based with purpose. Where are we moving forward to as a couple or as friends? What do we want to achieve in life together, even as we are married? So I think for the young people, you really need to bring a lot of variables. There must be a checklist. You must have a checklist. This is the bare minimum that I can say now I need to commit. When these check boxes tick green, I think now I can be able now to commit my life to this person because love is a journey. Marriage is a journey. It's not easy. It needs a lot of kind of consideration, a lot of understanding to what you are getting into so that you can be able to be happy and also be able to manage issues when they come along your way in marriage. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You can hand over the mic to Salome. Sikia opinion yake ni gani? Kama ana agree na hiyo maneno.
My name is Salome and just like you have heard, we've been married for the last 14 years. I usually give this story so that people understand where we came from. We actually met in campus. And so in the last year we were doing operation research. And I was not very good in this unit, but he helped me a lot.
Wow.
So that is where we began. And so look at where we are 14 years later.
What the Lord can do.
Wow.
My understanding of love is patience. Just I want to concur with Pastor Moses that love is patience. You can't tell me that you love me na hauna patience na mimi. Love is kindness. Huwezi niambia unanipenda na zile words zinatoka kwa mdomo yako, they are something else. So love is patience, kindness.
Thank you. Wow, I think we are getting very different. I think as youth, I don't know if they are confused or they are getting the point. The point without love, love ni kitu tu tamu, heaven on earth, alafu tena kuna explanations zinakuja tena ikifika za kwa we are confused now. Where should we dwell? Anyway, I think we are getting the point. There is that part, there is that stages ya kwanza. I think when love ikianza, I think ndo maana inakuanga tu mautamu.
Yeah.
It is, I think mimi hii miaka nikaona nikicount ile maana nimesema I love you mara ngapi? I don't know, sijui kaa 3,895,000 ama ni mara mingi. Ni mara kadha wa kadha. So I guess we are getting the point, and we are getting the process, yeah? There is that time itakuwa mambo ina flow ni fine na kuna mali una need to experience love as patience. Now, I think our time is far much gone, but I would love us to discuss something small before we come to an end of this discussion today. Because there are so many times we hear somebody committed suicide because of love. Somebody killed someone because of love. Somebody, I mean, a lot of horrible things pia happen. Alafu watu wanasema it is out of love. You know, you can even, I think the worst experience of all unasikia, even a mother, okay, let's not go there. But let's now dwell here on the mambo ya mapenzi kidogo. Where do we go wrong ama? What happens? Love inageuka mtu unampenda, umemwambia unampenda for the last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, kila siku akilala akiamka unaambia unampenda, then you find inafika place unamuua, ama it happens where now unasema huyu jamaa ameniacha, ama it has not worked out, let me kill myself. Where do we go wrong? Ama what happens? Ama ni nini huwa tuna miss? I think the couples here can help us so that the young people, we can also learn from there, because it happens. Na najua pia happen pia kwa marriages, yeah? And I can go back to my co-director, Pastor Moses, to help me on that. Then as we proceed to another person. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the wealth of information being passed around, and I am glad to be here. I think before I answer that question, you had asked a question that I feel maybe we can do some justice to it, because in our midst we have people who are yet unmarried. So who are yet married. So like ulikuwa muuliza utajuaje, and I don't want to assume you are asking that question for yourself, but for a million others around here. around here, the other people. And I think for me, I would want to say that kidogo, alafu ni attempt kujibu hiyo swali yako. Unajua, love like we have said is a very strong emotion. It's a very good value to have. And it's a virtue basically. Na kitambo zetu tukiandikia na mabarua zile tulikuwa tuna slide. Siku hizi watu wana slide kwa DM. Kitambo tulikuwa tuna slide vitu kwa notebook. Tulikuwa tunapeleka vitabu pale mbele, unapatia prefect anaweka hapo katikati. Ama unaambia prefect angushie mtu kaleta. Unaona vitu kama hizo. And you begin to think or to feel deep connection with someone. I think for me, I would say those are some of the characteristics, and they are not standard to everyone. You feel you hata ile tulikuwa tunasema manze, kuna wimbo ilikuwa imetungwa, I know tuko kwa church, lakini wimbo si mbaya, si ndio? Ile ilikuwa nasema nampenda nani, kijana mmoja, tuliimba wengi sana hiyo. Alafu kuna mahali tulikuwa tunasema silali. Hata sikuli na sikunywi. Nawaza. Na ni ukweli, haulali juu umeamka usiku, unaanza kufeel, bana. Girl Toto Morin, nilipatana na yeye. Kuna vile, you begin to feel. So there is a mixed emotions. You are thinking about someone, you feel vulnerable to them, you want to share your life with them. And tulikuwa tumesema inafikaga mahali love becomes vulnerability, where you want to expose the map of your flaws to somebody. When it fikas hapo, then jua uko ready kuwa committed. Because sasa you have complete trust and faith in this other person, that you are able to open up, you become an open letter to them. So I think that is very, very important. So sometimes to dismiss hizo vitu. Siku hizi unaambia kama ulali kula Piriton na uache hiyo nini inaanzaga na inamalizia na unga. So once we understand evil connection, you're thinking about somebody, you feel you want to spend more time with them, you feel you want you can even visualize doing life together. For me, it happened like that. Me, the first girl nilipatanga courage ya kuitisha namba ya simu ni wife yangu sai. Na nilikuwa na mistari 1 million. Na kila mtu alikuwa anajua Moses hawezi kosa dem. Moses mistari nilikuwa nazo. Lakini hizi za mapenzi kuexpress ilikuwa ngumu. Ilikuwa Waswahili wanatumianga jina kizungumkuti. Ilikuwa ni balaa. But siku ile nilipatana na huyu mrembo. Kitu tu ili move tu ndani yangu. Na nikafeel hapa hivi nikiendelea kuchimba hapa hivi kuna future. Kuna future. So your future ni wewe unaanza kuitafutilia, unaicultivatea na kitu kama hiyo. But now to answer your question, umesema kwa nini watu wanajua mapenzi? Me, I don't think that if you love someone, like Salome has explained, love is kind. Why? Love does not harm, does not wish or do evil to somebody else. Maybe shida iko kwa definition yetu ya love. Kwa scripture in the Bible, we read the story of a guy called Amnon and a very beautiful lady, a princess called Tamar. And this guy loved Tamar, but the problem is Tamar was a sister. Na akaanza kusema mpaka anamwona kichwa. In fact, the things we do, this guy did it. Mpaka akaenda akauliza beste yake, bana, napenda udem nifanyaje? Nipatie vibes. Akaambia ujifanye wewe ni mgonjwa, atakamkukuona. Si inakuanga hivyo. Na akaenda na akamuona. Lakini akikamkukuona, usikae kwa sitting room, enda kwa bedroom. Akikam kwa bedroom, mwambie hata hauna appetite, mwambie tu akufeed. But we learn that is not love because of the reaction later on. Kwa sababu when this guy got what he wanted, we realize hiyo haikuwa love, ilikuwa ni lust. And lust is selfish. And it puts self first, and it is not considerate of the other person. So me, I think the people who kill each other, they kill each other for other reasons and not because of love. Okay? Because even the way the Bible describes love, love is something that you treasure. It is not something that is out on an adventure to destroy or to commit even a criminal offense. Like if I love my wife so much, why would I go out of my way to ensure that I disarrange her dental formula? Nimempiga mangumi, meno zimekai side, ama nimemfurisha macho. You know, why would I do that if I love them? So I don't think it is because of love. Maybe it's because of something else that when we have time, we will be able to unpack. But that is my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you. Love, if you love someone, I mean, there are those qualities we get in the Bible about love. I think it's 1 Corinthians 13. It talks about all the meaning of love. You can go and read there and find out more about love. But before we finish this conversation, we'd love to hear from also a young man. Chelemi, can you give us a general comment of love? Have you ever been in love mpaka ukasikia paragasha?
Kwa paragasha zi. But okay, you're asking if how I view love.
General comment.
Well, I believe love is it's an ideology and it's an emotion. As in, personally, I know I love someone if the admiration surpasses liking. Like, you know, there's liking, I like this person. Allow me to use an analogy. I like flowers. And for instance, I like roses. Roses have a good fragrance and Are roses thorny? Roses are thorny, right? Well, you see, when you look at a rose from afar, you're like, wow, I just love that flower. Okay, do not overthink. Yeah, like I just look at it and I feel attracted. Now that is attraction. But now you see, the moment I'll go and touch that flower and realize it's thorny, it's poisonous, I'll begin backing off. But the moment I begin to embrace that flower because I just love it, with the thorns and with the poison, now that is love. Alafu saa shida ingine, jua maboys tuna hiyo story ya suicide. Tuseme shida inaanza hapa, tunaambiana tumekufiana. Juu tunakufiana hadi akili inakufa tu. Like tunasahau love si liking. We like and forget what love is. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I see Davey has a mic there. What a beautiful couple in the house. Dave, can you give us your perspective on love even as we have a minute to conclude this session?
Yeah, my name is David. And how I define love, love is a set of emotions and behavior. And it involves trust and caring. So if there's no caring in that relationship, you'll find things will not go well. And then the other thing about relationships, you must be prayerful. If let me talk about young people, especially those who are looking for someone to love. Yeah, you must be prayerful. You must understand what you want, so that when you're approaching that person, you will not be confused. And I think when I was meeting my wife, I think that period I was praying for a girl, and I was hoping I will get a good person. And in that process, so when we met, I could tell that she was the right person. So you must be prayerful. Then something else, let me just relate, let me derive it from the scripture. That is in Ephesians 5, that is 22 to 25, about submission and love. If your wife is not submissive, if your girlfriend is not submissive, you will tell.
Wow.
So another thing, if your guy does not love you, and if your husband does not love you, again you will tell. So all these things actually it cascades to prayer.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If your girlfriend is not submissive, you will know. So thank you so much. Muda umetupa kisogo, but whatever we have learned, let's put it into practice. Men, ukikanyaga mtu mguu sema pole, you never know. You never know what might happen. Ukisikia courage ya kuomba mtu namba pia, ukisikia something, yeah? Cause something nakwambia itishe namba. I mean from experience, yeah? Don't hesitate. And you never know. Maybe the next forum tutafanya hapa tutakuwa wote couples. But thank you so much for joining us today. You are an amazing audience. Yeah, I'm prophesying. You guys are an amazing audience. Thank you so much. And thank you for our viewers. Karibuni sana. Until next time, this is Overcoming Faith Church Youth. And this is in-depth youth talk. This is where we call a spoon, and a spade, not a big spoon. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm your host, Pastor Jamlek. God bless you. Have a wonderful time.